Hi, this is Trinisha Cottrell, and welcome back to the channel. And if you're new here, welcome to First Love Yourself, where love, life, and Christ combine. I'm so grateful to have you here on this journey of self discovery and empowerment with me. In today's video, we're going to talk about believing. So, but before we get started, if you're new here, go ahead and give me a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel so you never miss out on more uplifting and empowering content like this. So get comfortable because we are about to get into it. Let's go. Okay. So earlier this morning, I got up. I thank God. I'll go through the whole rundown and everything, but we don't need to do that. Let's just go ahead and jump right into it. So, as I was doing my morning routine, I like to do a 20-20-20 thing. And I always reiterate because I don't know who knows what 20-20-20 is and who doesn't. So quick rundown. The 20-20-20 is something created by the 5 a.m. Club, which is a book that is a really great read. Definitely check it out. And you spend 20 minutes in the morning doing 20 minutes of vigorous exercise, 20 minutes of prayer and meditation, and 20 minutes of education. This is 20 minutes where you can listen to an audiobook, you can read a book, or you can do something that is going to expand your horizon and make you be more cultured. So that's what I usually do in the morning. And this morning, I read The Magic of Believing. And as not the whole book, I started The Magic of Believing. Let me just say that because I don't want people to be like, okay, you sat down and spent how many hours this morning reading that book? No, I didn't do that. I read the first 3 chapters of the book this morning. And as I'm reading the book, I start to learn more about this magic of believing. It's not the first time that I've read it. I have listened to the audiobook before. I have, kind of went through, summarized, and took notes and things like that. But this is the first time I'm taking my time to actually go through the book. So as I'm reading it, I started realizing that as a man thinketh is so true. The scripture says, as a man thinketh, so he is. So when you start believing in yourself, everything is possible. Sometimes we like to feel like it just feels like our goals, our dreams are so far away. Why try? Sometimes it feels like everything is so out of reach, that that job that you want, that car that you want, that thing that you want so badly is so far off. It feels impossible to be able to obtain it. But everything is possible if you just believe. I know that is not my saying, but it's so true. Anytime you put your mind to something, you can accomplish it. There is nothing that is on the face of this earth that you cannot accomplish if you put your mind to it. And I know there's going to be that smart aleck that says, well, I'll never be able to win a championship. You might not be able to win that championship, but you probably going to win a championship. You know what I'm saying? And you might not be able to get this man, but you're going to get that man. You might not be able to get this job, but you're going to get that job. So I think it's all about perception. It's all about what it is that you actually want in life. Like, what is it that you really, truly want? And don't just talk about something that you think you want because you saw somebody post it online. I'm not talking about like keeping up with the Joneses. You saw this person has it, so all of a sudden I want it. Not one of those things. Something that you actually desire in your heart of hearts. Like, this is something that really means something to you specifically. What is it that you want in life? If you want a better job, learn skills to get the better job. Create a job. Become an entrepreneur if God put on your spirit to do it. If you want to be successful in life, figure out what success means to you. If success to you means being able to go in the store and not have to worry about the price of things, like you still have a budget, but you're not like on edge or on pins and needles, like, oh my gosh, I don't know if I have enough money. If you want to get to that point in life and that's what success means to you, then go for that. If success to you means driving your dream car, then do everything that you got to do to save up to purchase your dream car. I'm not saying spend all your money and don't have no savings. I'm saying be smart about it. Like, definitely have a savings account. Do the things that you need to do to be budget friendly, and then save the amount of money that you need for this car if that's what you so desire. Like, don't let anybody tell you, oh, it's not possible. Nobody in my family's ever drove in this car or had a house like this or had money like this or been a millionaire. If you want to be a millionaire and God put on your spirit and the money is not going to poison you and the money's not going to make you be something that more than you are or more of who you are in a negative way, then go for it. They're the only thing standing in our way is us. We're the only ones telling ourselves, well, I don't know if I could do it. Well, it just seems so hard. Of course it's hard. If it was easy, everybody would be a millionaire. You got to make sacrifices. You have to be disciplined. You have to be willing to say no to things that seem satisfactory at the time. Like, if you play in the long game, you got to really sacrifice long term. And then when you get it, it's well worth it. Everything in my life, I don't want to say I always want to be disciplined, but when I know the reason why I'm being disciplined, the reason why I want to wait for certain things in my life, it makes it easier to learn. Sorry about me sounding like this. I have a little nasal inflammation thing going on, so it is what it is, but I'm still going to work through it. So, as I just sound so weird. But anyways, so as you go through life, as you are on this journey, it's important to figure out the reason why you want this thing so badly. And after you get out of the way of I want it because Sam and Bob have it, then and you realize it's actually what you want and the reason why you want it, it's going to make it so much clearer and so much you're going to be so much more focused, so much more driven to go towards the thing that you actually want in life. If you want to be in a house that you can afford by your own and you want to be a successful single parent, then find some skills to be a good parent. Find some skills to be able to afford the house that you want to afford, the car that you want to afford, the things that you want, that peace of mind that you want. And I know I say this a lot, but I feel like it's so necessary because I can't be on here speaking my truth without speaking the truth. And so for me, my peace comes from God. I get all of my peace from knowing that no matter what decisions I make, no matter how many times I screw up, no matter how many missteps I have, no matter how messy it looks, no matter how much of a hot mess, the shenanigans, all of the things, right? No matter what's going on in my life, knowing that God got my back helps me be more confident and helps me know that everything is going to be okay. So I have this peace that surpasses all understanding because even when things look like it ain't going to work out, like at 11:59 and 59 seconds, all of a sudden that last second, everything just works out for my good. Like everything is working together for my good. And it just really allows me to have that contentment that a lot of other people don't have. I was at a season of my life earlier, probably years ago. So there were layoffs at this job that I was at, right? And I lost my job and a single parent whole thing, right? And instead of me being like, oh my gosh, how am I going to make money? There's no way I can make it. And like freaking out, I turned to God and I was like, okay, God, obviously this is not my job because if it was, I would be there. Everything that's for you is for you and can't nobody ever take it away from you. Always remember that. And sometimes people will make you feel like you got to have this lackluster mindset. You got to really be, you just got to be so like against other people. Like it's got to be one person against another person competing for something. Or you got to really be like desperately seeking something in life when you don't have to desperately seek anything that God has for you. Like there's not a person, place, or thing walking the face of this earth that you will ever have to be desperate for. Because all of those things that are yours will be yours regardless. So know that when you walk in the room of the place that you want to be at, when you walk in the room that God places you in, when you go for the things that you're going for in life that you really, really want to pursue, the things that really matter to you deep down in your soul, the things that light that fire under you to make you want to push harder, to go harder, to do more, remember that. Remember that it's yours. It's yours. Nobody else can take that from you. So, as I'm reading this book, The Magic of Believing, the guy, he's telling the story about how he was serving the country. And as he was serving, he spent all of his money or something. And he spent all his money. He had no spending money. He had money for paying for the house, paying for groceries, paying for things like that, but not money to just secure himself or to just splurge or spend. And he was like, I never want this feeling of being broke again. So he started to change his mindset and his perspective. And as he did that, he started entering rooms that he thought he would never go in. He was sitting at tables that he didn't even know he had a spot at. All of these things happened because of his mindset. His mindset changed his life. And our mindset can change ours as well. If you want to be a millionaire, speak those things as if they're not, as they should be. as they already are. Sorry. So that you have your intentions set and you know this is what you're going for. If you want, this is going to sound so like materialistic, but I'm just throwing out an example. If you want a pair of the new shoes or a pair of red bottoms or something, you got to work for it. You want that not because everybody else wearing it, because you like the red on the bottom of the shoe, whatever it is, right? Then you got to go for it. That's the thing that you want. You have to make sure you have the life that affords that. If you want this kind of car with all of the bells and whistles, then you got to keep on working for it and get it. You are the only thing standing in your way. If you want a healthy relationship, you have to get healthy, because two people, one healthy person and one non-healthy person is not going to make a healthy relationship. So we got work to do. So you got to make sure that you're making an effort to go towards the things that it is that you're believing for. Faith without works is dead. You always have to remember to put forth an effort in everything that it is that you really want in life. Nothing that you want is going to be easy. Nothing that you want is just going to be given to you. You're going to have to put in that work. So while you're putting in work, remember the reason why you're doing it so that you never give up on yourself. And also, even Dave Ramsey preached today. I'm sitting there listening to the Ramsey show, and the caller calls in, and this person got their heart broken and everything, and they just had no confidence. They lost their confidence because of the relationship. And Dave was on there talking to this person, and he said, when you decide everything will be different for you, today going forward, everything will change. I said, let me find out Dave Ramsey's a preacher at heart. No, but seriously, that thing spoke to my soul. I said, oh my gosh, like, first, the magic of believing. Perception is everything. When you really are sitting around with this woe is me attitude, you'll never get the things that you want in life. You really have to change your mindset, change your perspective, really go for the things that you want. And when you decide that you want something and you go for it, everything that you want will be yours. Everything. There's nothing in my life I can want for because I know the person that provides it. Jehovah Jireh. Sorry, I had to do it. I could not. I literally started thinking Maverick City as soon as I said it. And it just was a whole thing. So, as you're going through life, don't ever doubt yourself, because you believing in yourself is everything. No matter what anybody else thinks about you, and everybody's always going to have an opinion. No matter what's going on around here, you got to know what your goal is. You got to know what it is that you want, and you have to know who to turn to for discernment. Stay focused. This is not the time. I know people want to make up the excuse and say we at the end of the year. Well, when the January 1st starts, I'm going to start doing this. No, like, do it now. You got to be like when I gained all that weight years ago, and I was like, I signed up for Beachbody. I'm like, okay, I'm going to work out when the exercise tape comes in. And then I really had to talk to myself and be real and be like, nah, I'm going to start today. It was like a Tuesday, random day of the week. And I just started working out. And ever since then, I work out every day. But if I would have waited until the exercise tape came in, I would have never started. You got to start sometime. And today is that day to start. I don't care if you got 5 minutes before you go to sleep, do something towards your goal or your dreams. Write down a plan of how you want to accomplish this thing that you want to accomplish. That's the first step. That's you doing something. That's more than you would have done. So get focused, get your mind right, and stay focused on what it is that you want in life, and believe in yourself, because you could do anything you put your mind to. So thank you for watching. Go ahead and give me a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. That's at Trinisha Cottrell on YouTube, Instagram, all of the things. So I will see you guys tomorrow, and have an amazing night. Good night.